Speaking about a voice and having a voice, I'm gonna touch on a theme that I have going on in here, man, and it's a classic voice, right? The tone, the pitch, the cadence of delivery, like you have a classic voice. There's a lot of them that kind of like fall into the cracks, and it's a dope MC, he's a nice lyricist or whatever. You have a classic voice. Like, when did you realize, like, okay, I'm gonna harness it just like this? Because you've carved out a lane that anybody else trying to do it or sound like you is a knockoff and bootleg.
Man, when I was younger, for a period of time, it's like when I woke up in the morning, I would almost seem hoarse. Maybe for the first 5 minutes, of the day, for some reason. And it was just something that I actually grew out of. But, when I began recording, I could hear certain, words and pitches and sounds. And, the more experience I got with it, the more, I would kind of, make it happen, you know what I'm saying? And it just turned out to really work.
It works, man. We here to tell you, man.
Believe that.
Yeah. I'm gonna move on. This was a bonus prize for me, man. And again, this is a touch on, good? This was touching on kind of the creativity, man. Making this piece of his entire face. I think he should have made it like actual size, but that shit is hard.
That's crazy.
This is a bonus prize. I was shooting Wayne's album cover actually, and he was in studio, and I'd stopped the presses and brought this one to life, man, outside of the studio. Little moment, classic. We move into a little XXL shoot. I'm gonna show you a couple of pictures to keep this moving in the right direction, right? This is my favorite piece that you worn, and it's my birthday tomorrow. And yo, this is an XXL shoot that we did that just, again, it's like you had landed in such a place where we were really able to create these legendary photos. I know that you can't see these right now. I'm gonna post these all on my website so you can kind of review and really feel, with your permission, what these images were. Having a moment of laughter, really taking a minute, man, to kind of enjoy life. Like, when we work, it's work. Certainly we're there to get the right images.
Wow.
But man, we have fun, we talk shit, we chill and drink, and this is one of my favorites.
It's classic. It's classic.
Kicked off the Gucci shoes. You gotta kick those off and put Reeboks on anyway, but sitting in the chairs, heavy chains. This was the elevation. Again, another like nod of elevation. And why I love having worked with you all these years, because you see the growth. It's another chain, it's a different chain. Seeing your creativity, it's a little redder now. I'm taking chances. Now my label's on. Like, it's moved forward so lovely, man. Cassell's, we were moving more into fashion. And then we kicked off a new shoot, a new album, a new journey. This is at the Viceroy Hotel. Couple moments, the details oftentimes tell you everything. What's that, Audemars? Hublots. New watch?
Yeah, that's that AP.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. You have so many phrases too. I remember a couple, man. It's a movie. It's probably
a movie. Yeah.
It's legendary. Like,
it's legendary.
I'm like, you like it? Nice shot. It's legendary.
It's legendary.
And walk away. Like, this guy's swag is ridiculous, man.
It's the greatest.
Ridiculous.
I just try to use, some of the bigger words just to try to capture that feeling. It's a lot of women in here tonight that look remarkable.
That's the new one?
Yeah.
You look remarkable?
Yeah, you look remarkable.
That's more like, you look remarkable. Who said that?
Yeah.
Not Groucho Marx, man. Somebody said that. You stole that one, man. Take it, make it your own, man.
Flavor.
Everybody else does. Musically, we'll talk about that. Viceroy Hotel, heavy. Some cyber other world, man. This is, see, now we own high rises. It's like the game of Monopoly continues. Now we got building.
That's a beautiful shot.
We had mansions before, we had Maybachs before, now we got buildings with tennis courts, and we in the pool chilling. You can't see that one properly.
Relax.
Yeah, maybe you can see this one better. You know, it's like, we spend time in the booth and we float around. It's nothing. These are some of my favorite. I know you touched on your favorite. These are some of my favorite images. This one in particular, which is an invite if y'all got it tonight, man. The tone of this with a storm moving in. This is the epitome of you as a boss in my mind, you know? Just happy. The attire, the black suit, shining lapels, you know, red pocket square. Like, that's so mean to me, man. This one thought on it, the light coming in. Like, these are some of the gifts that we receive because, in my opinion, who we are. You know what I mean? I'm prepared certainly for these moments at all times, but you still have to see it, and you still have to be down to achieve it. If I see something like, hey man, I saw this light, can you sit down right there real quick? Blah, 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 look that way. Like, instantly into character, man, which has made all the difference and has enabled us to achieve images like this and like the one before. You can probably see better here, man. So there was a special request on this one. You wanted a special barber to show up. She didn't know how to cut hair.
Go.
This is probably my second favorite, if not my favorite one. This was on the fly. We just needed another shot in the hotel, and it was a moment of real introspection. You looking in the mirror, like the layers and the levels of all this. You see it over here? This one. This has got to be one of my favorites. So this was a big day, man. And always a challenge from Def Jam was like, how are you gonna top it? Like, we love what you did for Triller. How can you top it? I'm gonna top it, don't worry, top it. Oh, how are you gonna top that? Let me top it. Like, every time out, it's always a challenge. And to be able to kind of speak to you on the phone, get a couple of these moments from you of where your mind is, you know, makes all the difference and it enables these kind of things to happen. I'm gonna continue to rip through late night. This is probably 2 in the morning. Again, touching on dedication and focusing on craft and making the best images. We create some images that are nuts. Tell us about this one, man. This is a sleeveless fur jacket with like 75 chains on. You remember this in the back alley?
Yeah, that was just...
what was going through your mind at this point?
Excess.
Excess?
Yeah, I needed that excess right there. Just some fly G shit, you know what I'm saying? I thought that was dope. I thought that was iconic.
That ended the session. Let me see if this will play. Nah, maybe not. I'm gonna keep moving. This actually ended the whole day, man. We ended in bullets all on the ground, man. Just a frenzy. That's how we went out that day. Gunshots.
Putting in work.
Nothing. So, is it all right to give people a preview of God Forgives, I Don't vision?
Most definitely, most definitely.
Because I know the world has seen this image come to life. This was the beginning of the campaign that's happened. And oddly, like, this wasn't one that I thought was really gonna move into the forefront. But it's become like this mysterious, like, you know, what I found was interesting is like, you humanize this experience, right? The rise from, you know, I'll keep it loose, but street hustler, street soldier, into a boss in the Maybach, into the mansion, into the high rise, into the high life. And now it's become more of a mental kind of thing. Tell people what God Forgives, I Don't is about. I know that these were challenges that you're working on personally to be better. And I found that intriguing to capture.
Yeah, not only that, I just wanted to approach, you know, my 5th album, you know, from a title aspect. I wanted to approach it like a film. I wanted the title, you know, to be something that was extremely powerful. And I wanted to approach it like a movie, the same way F. Gary Gray would approach, you know, a film or you know, Brian De Palma would approach a film, and I felt like, you know, God Forgives I Don't. It just said so much, you know. I felt like it was just so interesting, and I felt like, you know, those are the kind of platforms you need for your music to explain and define everything and make it all make sense. And I think those photos really captured that energy, you know.
There were a couple.
You did it once again, homie, you did it.
Thank you.
You did it.
We did it, man. Team effort, you said so. We got a couple more left, man. These are just sprinkles, man. I always love what Smoke does. Yo, and thank you for always contributing the smoke to the shoot, man. I leave feeling 100 miles in the sky. Thank you. Contact. Contact. Speaking of smoke in the sky, this was sort of an interpretation, you know, this heavenly kind of a light. I'll leave them on since they sneak previews, man. You know, but a thoughtful, introspective kind of moment. Still a boss, but this one like little shard of light, you know? This was sort of a loose interpretation, even though other ones kind of moved into the forefront. This is a really simple one, and this one has become one of your favorites too, man. And Spiff TV in the building, big shout, man. This is one of your favorites. You showed me a crazy picture yesterday.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like this. A bumblebee yellow fur?
Yeah.
I took notes. You see I'm taking notes, man. I kept
bundled up, you know what I'm saying?
I hit up a couple of rabbits.
I had on the canary ring, and you know, you gotta shout that out.
Moving on again. This album became more thoughtful and introspective, you know? Again, classic Miami. That's probably exactly where that boat was that we had round one. So we bring it full circle. Still in the hood, still present, still able to be seen. I think that's one thing that's really a testament to your character too. You've never alienated yourself. You've never become Hollywood, even though you fit in Hollywood as well as the streets and every level internationally and otherwise. Like, this was a shot that is like, for me, almost giving back to the community. When they see it, like, oh my God, I know where that is. That's in the hood, that's around my way. Damn, I could have saw him. Because he's still here, he's still one of us.
And I make sure I still incorporate, you know, my city and where I'm from and everything I do. You know, and I think, you know, that's been the backbone of my success, you know what I'm saying? Just, like I say, being that voice, you know what I'm saying? And then not only that, just following through with everything I said I wanted to do. I wanted to create an avenue and give other dudes, you know, that same opportunity. You know, that's what we're doing at Double MG. You know what I'm saying? And we still go back to where we're from and, you know, shoot our videos and, you know, just stay in touch with the, you know, the community. So I think that's what it's all about.
I brought your name up the other day, man. I was able to work with Meek Mill, who got behind the brand as well, did a heavy photo shoot for Reebok. Like, Mean, your name came up many times as it related to loyalty and focus and drive and giving back to community, which is also things that he's wanted to do, man. So he said his favorite moment so far was having you ride a bike through his hood.
Yeah.
So
shout out to Philadelphia, Meek Mill, you know what I'm saying?
You're making dreams come true.
Yeah, you know, when we got to Philly to shoot on my boss video, you know, me and Meek had been joking back and forth. I'm like, you know I can ride, you know. And, you know, he telling me how he'll ride or whatever. So he had to arrange for the bikes to be there. So we get there, we jump straight on the four-wheelers. We leave the video set and just ride through the city, ride through the hood. And, you know, people just, you know, they couldn't believe they sell boss on a four-wheeler, you know what I'm saying?
That was hard when I saw you Chunky Champion style, whipping around the corner. I told him he had to teach me how to ride bikes. He's like, nah, man, we got to keep you taking photos. You too good, man. We going to keep you on the ground.
He Evil Knievel. Meek Mill is Evil Knievel on those bikes, though. Believe that.
Another moment of laughter, one of my favorites, man. I don't know if you have absorbed this shoot yet because I know you're busy as hell, but this is one of my favorite moments, man.
That's boss. You see the for rent sign?
Oh yeah, he's a landlord.
The 1 bedroom, 1 bath.
Yeah.
Those are the small things that I always look for in photos because I feel like when we're older, when it's 20 years, 25 years from now, when you stumble across a photo, you don't remember what year it was, you're gonna look for the smallest details. Where the hell was I? You know, and it's one of those moments, you know what I'm saying?
Speaking of moments, and this moment of laughter, man, and I'm wrapping it up, man. I have one more photo, man, which is a simple one, because I want to end on a smile, man. This one is hard. This one is a movie, man. I'm not even going to share that one. That's too good. We're going to end on this note right here. Tell us, what's your favorite moment, man, that you've experienced in this journey so far? Do you have something that sticks out like that night? For me, shooting Big, shooting Jay, shooting the first Outkast. You know, there's so many moments that are special, so many milestones, and I'm sure it's endless for you at this point because you've seen the world and seen a lot, but is there something that sticks out for you as like, that was it?
You know, it's hard for me to really just pinpoint that one night or that one moment because it's just been so many minor struggles that, you know, became triumphs, and they all in some form of fashion, you know, meant, you know, that much to me, you know what I'm saying? But I think just as I reflect, you know, looking at these pictures, looking at these memories, you know, I just remember this being a dream. And the dream that I was willing to work for, you know what I'm saying? It's something that I was really, you know, committed all to. And I think that's what it's really about, you know what I'm saying? Setting a goal and creating a path to get there. And I think that's what I did, and I think that's what we've continued to do. And just to see the Wale's and Meek Mills and Stallies and, you know, the other artists that I work with, you know, and really any artist, you know, in that aspect, I think it's, you can really create your own destiny, you know, depending on how dedicated you're gonna really be to your art or your craft. You know, I think that's something that you're a living testament to. I think these photos are priceless. I need that Biggie photo.
That's not priceless.
I need that on the wall at the crib.
We got a price tag on that.
Yeah, and you know, just you really chronicle hip hop.
Hell yeah.
For over the last decade, man. I just want to commend you for your work and
thank you.
Wish you much more success, my brother.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I know it's gonna be together for a couple more albums at least. We gonna ride this out till the wheels fall off.
We do, man.
So one of the things that you know that I did with the show, man, and that concludes the thing, man. We gave you some nice sprinkles, man. Please give it up for the King Ross, man, the boss. Thank you for coming out. I know it's like this is not a typical stage, man, for him to rock. He's usually spitting lyrics, man, with a friend in a frenzy. But to take time to be calm, to like have a walk down memory lane, man, what I think is valuable and important to this demographic during our Basel. You know, there's a lot of artists in here that respond to something other than music as well as music, you know?
And like I said, I take the photo side of it, you know, seriously as I do the audio, the music, you know, and I welcome this whole energy to my city, to Miami. I think it's beautiful. I think it's dope. You know, running into other photographers, other artists, painters. You know, I watch documentaries. I'm a huge fan of Basquiat, you know, Mr. Brainwashing, you know, just to see. Yeah, I see you. Shout out to Reebok. Reebok on their A game too, y'all. Yeah, so, you know, I just think it's something, you know, dope to be a part of. And, you know, for everybody that's, you know, not involved in art or, you know, photos, I think it's something you should give it a shot, you know?
So I got one more thing for you to do, man. I'm gonna take that picture down off the wall. A lot of people have been contributing in one way or the Yasin Bey photo. Pharrell touched it. ASAP Rocky in the building. Big Shout rocked it. Man, there's special ones. So I want to see what you create. I'm gonna take that frame apart right now and let you go to town if you're willing to give it up, man. Get your Basquiat on. Yeah? Yeah, we're gonna do it on the floor, man. That's what it is. We're gonna go down, we're gonna go to the large table. Let's unscrew it, let's go that way. Right? Thank y'all for coming out. Thank you, Reebok, once again. Velvet here.